Um, Thanks for joining me on Facebook. Hello, friends. My name is Sudhir Pai. I'm the CPA and CEO of MyTaxFiler. Hope you guys are doing fine today. It's 5:45 Central Time. I'm in Dallas and I'm doing this Facebook Live starting today. And it's my privilege to be here. And my goal here by doing this is to answer as many questions as possible. So that any questions related to the tax for individuals as well as businesses, I'm able to answer them and help the community out there. So that's the intent of these Facebook Lives, and I'm going to do it every Thursday at 5:45 p.m. And for those who are new to MyTaxFiler, we are a Texas-based company with 16 offices nationwide. Yes, 16. We have grown to 16. So thanks to the support of all you guys. And we are coast to coast, and we have 2 delivery centers in India as well. We help thousands of individuals and businesses with their personal and business taxes and bookkeeping needs. That's what we do. And why am I here today? I am here today to talk about the relevance of the March 15th deadline. What is this deadline for? That's the subject that we had on our Facebook posts, and that is what I'm going to talk about right away. So March 15th is the deadline for 2 things. It's the deadline for filing S corporations and partnerships tax return. An S corporation and a partnership or a limited partnership, these are called as the pass-through entities, meaning they pass the income that they generate to the owners of the business, and they themselves don't pay taxes, but they have to file a tax return. That's where this deadline comes into picture. So filing the tax return for an S corp, an LLC, or a pass-through entity like a partnership, a limited partnership, or a family limited partnership, it's very important that this deadline is kept in mind. Or to file an extension, if you are not able to file a return for your business, then file an extension for the business, which gets you 6 additional months to file the original tax return. And this deadline is also very important to file certain S corporation elections, that is to convert your LLC or your S corporation or your C corporation into an S corp. It's very important that we keep this deadline in mind. And there are also certain elections called as the Section 475 election. It's very important that you use the benefit of this Section 475 election if you want to convert yourself into a trader when you are investing in stocks and bonds. I'll talk more about the 475 election in a short while. But coming to the extensions, in case you are not able to file the return for your corporation or for your LLC, then please do approach us. You just have to send an email to us at tax@mytaxfiler.com or call 888-482-0279, and we'll be able to file your extension for no charge. And this extension will give you an additional 6 months of time, which means you can file your business tax return on September 17th, 2018. Now, for those who have a C corporation, you have to file the return by April 17th. So March 15th deadline doesn't apply to C corporations. So keep this in mind. There is a very subtle difference between the two. And coming to states, states have to get tax returns from your businesses as well. And the deadline to file the Texas franchise tax return is May 15th. So you get 2 additional months from March 15th to file that franchise return. And filing franchise return is very important because it keeps your business alive or active. And states can forfeit the business if returns are not filed on time. So it's very important you file the Texas franchise return. So what's important for you as a business owner of your pass-through entity or your S corporations or your LLC? You have to file a federal return, which is due on March 15th. You have to file a Texas franchise return, which is due on May 15th. Now for listeners and viewers who are in other states, every state has a different deadline, but keep in mind most of the states follow the federal rules, which is March 15th of 2018 to file the business tax return. Now, what happens if you don't file the return? You will end up paying penalties. Now, the penalty for not filing your tax return with the IRS by March 15th is $200 per month per owner. That means if you are a business with two partners, you will end up paying close to about $4,800 as penalty. And there is also a penalty which is $260 penalty for not filing the K1 on time and not issuing the K1 on time. So it's very important that you file your return on time, issue the K1 on time, or file an extension on time. So keep this in mind. And coming to the 475 election, I touched on 475 election, which is also bound by the March 15th deadline. What does this mean? Now, let's say you are trading in stocks heavily, right? And you want to be treated as a business owner for the stock trading that you do. Now, what are the benefits of doing that? Now, by converting yourself into a trader, you can do several things. You don't have the, you can write off your wash sale losses. You can write off the losses that you make from your trading business. You can adjust it against your W2 income. And you don't have the $3,000 limit that otherwise applies to investors. And you can also write off all your expenses, such as spend towards your books or education or things like that, which is expenses for maintaining that stock trading business. And you can also contribute into retirement plans, and you can have a healthcare plan from your stock trading business. So it's very important that you keep this in mind, because the deadline is not going to change. It is March 15th, 2018 for businesses, for entities, and April 17th, 2018 for individuals who want to convert themselves into stock traders. So it's a huge benefit. This is a highly, a tax planned area, and you want to make sure that you take advantage of this section 475 and make yourself into a trader and take the advantage of writing off all your tax losses if you have any, and write off all the expenses related to the stock business. And viewers and listeners, please do message me any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them. All you have to do is type on your Facebook live page. Just type in all the questions, and we'll be able to answer them today, so that your questions are answered instantaneously. Now that I've answered, I've given you some data about the March 15th deadline. I've talked to you about the 475 tax planning for stock traders. Let me also tell you about the importance of MyTaxFiler's philosophy. What is MyTaxFiler's philosophy? See, we believe in educating our clients and giving as much knowledge as possible to our customers. So, in the process of doing your tax return, if we do tell you certain things about your taxes, make sure that you understand it, because it's not waste of your time. It's very important you know what's going on in your return, because, end of the day, you are responsible for your tax return. Anybody plans your return, goofs up your return, makes a mistake on your return, you eventually are responsible for your tax return. So it's very important you file with the right tax preparer. Make sure that planning, a lot of tax preparers talk about tax planning. We do tax planning too, but we make sure that when we do tax planning, we look at the cost and benefit analysis of doing your tax planning. We just don't make you pay a certain amount of fee and just throw some ideas at you, or just give you a number and say pay us so much and we will do your tax planning. It doesn't work that way. Tax planning is very critical. We understand. Not leaving money on the table is very important, we understand, but doing it the right way is most important. It cannot be a cookie cutter approach. So it has to be following certain rules and regulations, and it is a very custom made solution meant for you. It is very important to keep in mind that tax planning has to be done the right way, because you are responsible for your tax return. And lastly, folks, we are here to help you. The way to reach us is tax@mytaxfiler.com, or you can reach us at 888-482-0279. I'll be talking to you every Thursday. Feel free to message us or ask us questions, and we'll be more than happy to answer them. Once again, the deadline March 15th is for businesses, which is an S Corp or an LLC, and for individuals it is April 17th, 2018, which is 40 more days to the deadline. So approach us and we'll be more than happy to help. Once again, thank you very much for listening to me. Looking forward to talking to you again next Thursday. Thank you.